Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts. Come and get them hot facts. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts. Come and get them hot facts. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts. Robert Reese. Hot facts. Hot facts. Robert Reese. Hot facts. Gig economy. Robert Reese. News channel. The gig economy. News channel. Hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts.
Brother.
Yes, because Robert Reese is Hot Facts. Hot Facts is the official news station of the gig economy. I say that everybody knows that he's the official news station of the gig economy. He does all genres. He does delivery, food. He does real life. He does music. He does social stuff. He does government, political conversation. So for Robert Reese to be on this live stream, to me, it's major. It's major to me because this guy is somebody who would take, like you said, images and everything you do from your channel. And he has a much broader audience than I got. I mean, this dude, Robert Reese, is running 2-3 million views on shit all the time. The dude's his shorts go viral nonstop. No matter where he touches stuff on Facebook, Instagram, he touches stuff on TikTok. Whatever he touches is going to go nuts. So when I tell you, when you take pictures of the faces of these people fighting for this money, somebody who's upset that they got to move out of their apartment because of Uber and Lyft screwed them over, Robert Reese would take that and run with it. And then
Hot fact. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and add you on my other phone. Hot facts.
With Robert Reese.
Facts with Robert Reese. Damn, you pull right on up. You know what I think I seen. Alright, here you go. Y'all go ahead and go subscribe to Hot Facts with Robert Reese. He dropping some knowledge. Just subscribe. Let me hit that notification bell. I can't tell everybody to do that, and I don't do it.
All right, now, people, what's up? Thank you guys for tuning in. You guys already know what time it is. It's gig news time, Hot Facts with Robert Reese. I am the official news channel of the gig economy. No matter what gig it is, we talk about it, we break it down, we do the news, we get the drama, we do all that stuff. But, you know, we like to come back here. Pedro calls it the office. Other people call it something else, you know. This is the hot seat, okay? It's always a hot seat. It always is. And you guys always know that I'm accompanied by my assistant that I have sex with, which is my wife. So you guys know that she's already in her spot, ready to get down with the get down. We got such a good show today that we're going to talk about. The gig apps are in trouble right now. Well, as far as there's some internal beef, internal battles going on with how they have to pay the employees because of misclassification over if their 1099's real or if they're employees. Some states now have to pay extra taxes and do all this other stuff. The benefit portal is coming in so things can happen. So it's making a lot of places want to run from it for as long as they can before they have to hop in. And it's crazy right now that I've been talking about this for 2 years now. 2 years. Wrote the video about adapting and change. I said the people that are willing to blow up their business will be the ones that are going to succeed. The ones who do not blow their business up, they're just going to fade away and just leave. Throw it away in the dumpster. That is what's going to happen. Now, while that is happening and these gig apps are weaning drivers out, we're going to talk about all this because a lot of that has been going on has been shunned off except on a few channels, and mine being a major fighter in getting this information out. So while this information has been trying to get out there, I've never stopped putting it out. And everything that I have said, what's up, everything that has been said there is coming in right now. So without further ado, I'm gonna let you guys know that we're gonna talk about the state of the gig economy. We're gonna go into disrespectful customers. Excuse me, we ain't getting on no drivers right now. Disrespectful customers and some of the immature scams they try to pull. They try to do it. What's up, Hulk Smash? What's up, Hulk Smash? Emilia says hi too. She did something like that. I think that means say hi to Hulk Smash. John, George, John, Hulk Smash. Let's go. And this customer tried to do something so just stupid. He was a novice at what he did, but did that, and we got some information from one of the sources that I have out there, someone that's always helping out. Went ahead over. There was a story that I broke out here of a missing driver. Driver ended up missing after doing DoorDash and everything else. We got an update on that thanks to you by George John George Hulk Smash. He went ahead, went to go ahead check in and found out what happened. Sent me the information. That information is going to be popped up here. We're going to talk about that, but this will be an open floor, open panel for nothing but gig, because the state of the gig economy, people, it's going nuts. Now, I put up a video earlier, and I don't know if some of you guys have seen the video, but I put the video up earlier. I'm going to show the video here, and I'm going over the whole complete article on how it's breaking down and everything else there. And while we're doing that, I want to let you guys know I'm on a little bit of a little rise right now. I ain't gonna lie. The past 3 days, brother, just been over about 60,000 views. So they're going up. I just threw up another one. I was in a almost altercation with a Tesla driver where the guy, I was at a 4-way stop sign. The car to my right was stopped. They go through. It's my turn next because we are the only 2 cars. While that car is going through and I'm trying to go make my left now, the car right behind that car speeds up to try to cut me off, so I can't go. So he did that, and then he did some stupid stuff. Look at this. Look at this. Let me get my video ready.
Cell phone, boy? You think I'm afraid of a cell phone, boy? Come on now.
All right, so that was it. You know, he was upset that right when he did that and he said something at first, I just said, let me get my phone out, and I just start recording him. And then when we got to the light, because I'm actually where, you know, we were coming to start to do the DoorDash and everything else. So so I'm actually here in the same spot I was coming to when I made that left there. So he was like, you think I'm afraid of a camera? But people, he was an entitled Tesla driver that thought that he can run red lights and everything. I just thought I had to share that with you guys. But what I want to do right now is get right up into the state of the gig economy. Very important, very important. Take a look at this.
What up, Robert Reese? Robert Reese with Hot Facts. That's my man right there. Hey, he always be hitting us up with the news and the latest. And he keeps everybody informed about the gig industry, like all of the different gig tubers, everything that's going on with everybody. He's really up to speed on a lot of things. So if you don't want to channel hop a whole lot, Just look at his channel for about, 10, 15 minutes, kind of look at a few of his videos, and all of a sudden, yep, you'll realize what everything was going on in the gig industry. He'd be on top of it, man.
Facts with Robert Reese here, people. We got a good one. The gig economy, people. Some people think that it's in trouble. We got to try to fix it. But we got to look to see what's going on and see what's happening. Now, we do know what's going on in California, in Australia, in Wisconsin, New York, and everything, right? But we got to go ahead to take a look at this, okay? $122 Thai delivery and $26 to-go coffees. New wage laws meant to help gig workers are backfiring big time. Now, this is done by Adam Kovacevic, okay? Adam Kovacevic. He's going to give his breakdown, and then we're going to go ahead and give our opinion on this article right here, okay? Check this out. We already went over the first part there, but let's read it again. Seattle takeout orders have reached a breaking point amid horror stories of $122 Thai delivery and $26 to-go coffees. The Emerald City is now considering rolling back a brand new wage law that's causing food takeout prices to skyrocket and delivery orders to tank. It's just the latest in a series of wage laws that are backfiring this year, causing chaos for customers, restaurants, and the gig workers they were meant to help. An inflation-riddled economy, many families are struggling with the rising prices, but instead of fighting inflation head-on, recent laws passed in Seattle and New York have created new rules around how online delivery platforms like DoorDash and Grubhub are required to pay their workers. At the same time, cities like Minneapolis have passed new laws restructuring how rideshare apps like Uber and Lyft are required to pay gig drivers. These new laws are intended to provide app-based delivery and rideshare drivers with livable earnings by creating a price floor for gig worker wages. But their heavy-handed restructurings of the labor market have unintentionally paced eye-opening cost onto consumers that end result in fewer orders, fewer work opportunities, and less local business. City councilors reconsider their delivery policy. Other cities should think twice before passing similar legislation. Okay? They're saying think twice about it, people. Let's go on. For consumers, especially those living in notoriously costly cities like New York and Seattle, Los Angeles people, Miami, all around the world, even a small bump in price can mean the difference between ordering in and skipping out on delivery. Well, check this out. Okay, ordering in and going to pick it up is what most of these delivery drivers said you should do if you don't want to go ahead and pay us that money. But if you do that, then they're not going to make any money. So it's a catch-22. Y'all people better start paying attention. The cost of living remains stubbornly high post-pandemic, and data indicates that even as the economy strengthens, many Americans are feeling pessimistic about their finances. While well-intended, stringent new laws establish price floors for delivery and adding to family budgets. Now check this out, man. They're stubbornly high, but they're like, man, you know, family budgets, it's we need it, and then some people say we don't. As employees continue to return to the office post-pandemic, the small convenience of ordering delivery can be a lifeline for workers who find themselves stretched thin. With new regulations, that convenience could now be out of reach for many, and that sucks because it should not. They're talking about the price, which will make it not convenient. So we got to work on that. That's not to mention that for many thousands of people, accessible, affordable food delivery isn't just convenient, it's necessary. Now, I've talked about this me myself. I said, drivers, what about the people who are ill, sick, handicapped? They can't do this and that. And they said, well, they got to make a sandwich. Well, listen to this. That's not to mention that for many thousands of people, accessible, affordable food delivery isn't just convenient. It's necessary. Many disabled Americans and seniors, especially those who live alone, have difficulties cooking or driving to the store and rely on fast, simple delivery services like Instacart or Uber Eats for fresh ingredients and balanced meals. About half of seniors living alone rely on fixed incomes under $27,000 a year. And extra fees may strain their budgets, putting healthy food options out of reach. That's why people, they link up with, you get points for different things, and they do that so people can get ahead to do that. They put out coupons and stuff, but we got to do something so the merchants and the customers are feeling comfortable enough that they can have the prices at a good point. Customers aren't the only ones hurt by these new regulations. Local restaurant owners are raising concerns that rising delivery costs are causing a drop in orders, cutting into their already thin margins. A whopping 98% of restaurant owners already report facing challenges due to rising costs, and partnering within delivery apps proved to be a critical source of business for many during the pandemic. COVID lockdowns ended, delivery services have stayed popular, and restaurants have come to rely on delivery app orders as part of their expected revenue streams. But as would-be customers are deterred by new delivery fees, some restaurant owners say they may be forced to raise their menu prices, to pushing dining costs even higher. And when a restaurant struggle, local economies do too. Okay, let's get the gig economy squeeze now, y'all. Despite new wage increases, app-based delivery workers are facing fewer opportunities. In fact, they seem to be worse off in some cases. Workers in Seattle and New York City are seeing lower tips as customers tighten their belts, and some report a drastic reduction in available work. That's due to people, they're doing all these changes with the apps, man. You got to schedule and get it all in. And that's just for delivery workers. New wage laws for app-based workers are also impacting drivers in Minneapolis. The rideshare apps Uber and Lyft have announced plans to pull out of the city altogether due to new wage floor laws that drive prices sky high. The unprecedented departure of the rideshare apps would mean 8,000 lost jobs in the Twin Cities and fewer options for mobility for Minneapolis residents. Okay, app-based workers already face a crowded market with wait lists for the chance to take on an order and dwindling customers. New wage laws are expected to spur even more competition for delivery opportunities, squeezing out workers already in the space. This out. I already told you guys that that's what they're doing. They're going to force delivery drivers to leave because their ratings and everything are not there. Competition for the drivers who are doing it in, push the drivers who are not doing it out. The ones who can adapt will stay, and newer drivers will be coming in. We can find, it says we can and should be focused on ways to improve opportunities for app-based workers as legislators consider passing new wage laws. It's critical that they achieve a balance, securing better earnings for gig workers while at the same time ensuring continued opportunities for workers and restaurants on delivery platforms. They got to understand that if these drivers don't want to get their ratings up, if they don't want to deliver right, they will not be able to drive. You got to understand, HotFacts was telling you guys this 2 years ago. It's happening right now. Do not make the mistake by being out of work. Lawmakers across the country should learn from Seattle, New York, and Minneapolis and reconsider before harming the very people they want to help. Okay, people, take a look at this. Adam Kovacevic is the founder and CEO of Chamber of Progress, a center left tech industry coalition promoting technology's progressive future. Chamber of Progress partner companies include Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, and Grubhub. People, check it out. Drivers, if you ain't doing it, you will be pushed out. You heard it, and I'm gonna keep telling you guys, come get the real news and these facts. We out of here like Chuck Woolery in 2 and 2. If you would like to know more about what really goes on in the gig economy, do exactly what the next clip says. All right now, people. Woo-wee. So remember I told you guys that there are a lot of people that depend on the apps, the elderly, the sick, the veterans, the people that are on fixed income, and they have it set up through these deals. And a lot of people said, well, we're going on DoorDash to pick up from donation centers, and we're not going to get tips on these orders. Well, you got to understand that there's people out there who are on fixed incomes and they get discounts so that they can order because they cannot get out. Okay, so the increase in the increase in the inflation, you guys got to try to figure out how this is going to work. In California, as inflation gets over a certain percentage, then they pay us more and everything else. But here in California, everybody knows that there's a service fee every single time you place an order. So if you order 5 times on different apps in one house, that's still 5 times of the fee you got to pay. Now, they're saying that it's going to force this and that to happen. And in Minnesota now, Minneapolis, and Go Gig It speaks about this also. Go ahead and check his channel out. That they're going to be pulling out Uber and Lyft. Now, this is rideshare also, people. They're going to be pulling out of. Now, imagine all the lawyers and people that need these rides because they got to stay incognito. They got to find other ways. 8,000 drivers will be out. Now, that's rideshare. Most of those rideshare drivers are doing the food side also or anything else. But if they primarily do rideshare and they try to move over to the food side, are they going to be able to work because of the competition that they are making for the drivers, which it should not be competition anyway. Your ratings and your stats should already be up there, and you should have never been telling people to make a sandwich, take a bus, you bozo. Because now it's hitting you in the face. Now it's hitting you in the face hard. It's not a competition. What it is the drivers who are trash and they figure out that they really need this app no matter how much trash they were talking on whatever apps, they got to now get in line to go put themselves there. So now it's a competition, I would say, from what Torp says, the bottom feeders. Yes, there is a link. Yes, there is a link. That goes from the bottom feeders and the low people. Do you see the link up there, Pen? On YouTube side? That, you know, it's a battle then. But everybody else, okay, yeah, the link is up there. Everybody else now, you know, people are going to have to get in, and then they're going to force everyone to start scheduling, which is going to make competition to where drivers are going to be now saying, look, you suck. You're at that bottom tier. You suck because your ratings aren't good. That's going to be this is going to be the new vocab. This is everything how HotFacts does it. The Revolution, TFT, and all of us have been telling you guys, this is going to be your new vocab now. You're going to be like, you're a clown because you can't drive because your ratings suck. And they're going to make it like that so drivers cannot get in, because now while they're weaning these drivers out and other drivers are scheduling in on whatever app it is, they're going to be taking up some of the top prime spots. Now, a lot of you guys are saying, you know, like on DoorDash, Top Dasher is going to always be there to log in and out whenever you want. Let me tell you, don't ever think that that is a permanent thing, because how they have switched it up to the tier system now, don't think that's permanent, because now your tier, they can put it so that just only the highest tier possible can be allowed to go in and out whenever you want to. So don't think that you just go be sitting up there and thinking everything is all gravy when they can just flip that light switch on, and then your ass is gonna be grass just because of that. And you guys got to understand now, once 8,000 drivers lose their jobs, that's going to be a big political thing. So whoever's going to be trying to win office, they're going to want to replace those jobs and just get something signed to get that stuff back. And it's going to make it so that the government wants to care about the gig drivers, because so many of them are not going to be able to drive, that the future of America, the gig workers, is going to be a huge argue point when it comes down for election too, people. So you got to understand, the more people that they are going to wean out, you get more protesters and strikers out there and people talking shit. Okay, the more noise that goes out there, they say, oh, it's so bad, it's all this and that. But we are already going into the AI and this era anyway. So all of this ruckus and confusion that we are going through, we don't need to be going through it, but you really got to understand that this is true. It's true. They're telling you that we're going to wean you drivers out and only keep certain ones. And even the ones that they keep are going to be in competition over certain markets. So you got to pay attention to this. Feast or famine, people. Which one are you in? What's up, Torp?
What's up, Reese? Sorry.
What's up, man? You got something in the background. I can hear something back there.
Oh, yeah. I got that.
Oh, yeah.
Better?
Yep. So this is crazy, Torp. We all know that the American economy is going to be ran on applications and devices, and AI is going to be our overall big brother overseers and everything else like that. We all know that that's the way it's going. Now, as more of it unfolds, more articles are coming out and more of the word is getting out there. What should these bottom tier, I'm not going to say bottom tier because I don't want people to get confused. What should these bottom dwelling drivers feel? The bottom dwelling drivers, the ones who are hard headed, I'm not going to do it, I'm not going to change, but they see it moving. How should they feel?
You mean the cherry pickers?
Yes. I was trying to stall them out without saying their name. You know what I'm saying? I was going to stall them out, but you hit them. But you hit them.
Well, I think you noticed already. I told you, I cherry pick in the winter, and then I do top dash for the summer. However, things have changed. I doubt that I'm going back to cherry pick, and let me tell you something. I didn't do it all winter. Top dasher, right? I came back about 6 weeks ago because I got to get on board with top dasher or I ain't dashing. I ain't making anything, dude. I'm serious. I already knew that going in, but this time it's different. I'm over 80%. Oh, and the reason I like to do this is also because I'm just afraid to move this cord because then I get my internet off the phone. I'm at 87 right now. And I plan on keeping at least 80 plus. I'll tell you why. Dude, I promise you this is the truth. And I will show it to you. I swear to God, I don't want to get cut off the live with this cord. It's happened before. Dude, I'm making at least a third more in the same time than I was. I'm not waiting for anything as a top down. I'm not waiting for anything over 80. It's like bing, 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 bing. All right, you two. I'm going to give this a shot. If it gets cut off, so be it. I'll come back. We all know how that works. It's not a big deal. I'm going to show you mine, man. And this is a real deal. And I can't make this up. Obviously, nobody can. Nobody's figured out how to manipulate the app that way. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. And I know how to focus it. So if it doesn't show up right away, I'll see it when it does. So everybody just calm down. I already know. I'll be able to tell when you. There we go. There we go.
Yeah. I see you. Yep. I see you, Torp.
There we go. And that's real. That's not a screenshot. And let me make sure I don't show anything prudent to prove that it's not a screenshot. Oh, I got an idea. I'll try it like this because I know a lot of people know how to manipulate shit. I mean, we've all lived this freaking life, right? All right, God, that's the other way. Oh, God. I'm working on it. Yeah, there's shit. Wait a minute. I know I saw that. It's all right though. Anybody knows anyway. Yeah, there's the real thing right there. You know, I live in Kentucky and all that, and the only reason I'm doing that is to show you, and don't worry about what you saw before I give two shits. It's already there anyway. It doesn't matter. The point is this: it's like it's getting better because it's growing. You know, the area is growing. I was talking to Hulk about that in your chat, dude, and it's like it's a real thing. It's like it started off with everybody on COVID, and then COVID went away, sort of, I guess, depending on what political party you're with, and then people found out that you could get all this stuff done and not leave the house, and then you got your gift cards, you got your birthday presents, and all that stuff. You could have shit delivered, dude. How many times have you but delivered a bag of chips or a 12-pack of pop? And it's like, how much? I just got $12 fucking for delivering a 12-pack of Coke. I'm like, it's not going anywhere. If anything, it got better. And I think that's what Hulk was talking about. It's like, Dude, I'm delivering to old folks' homes, senior citizen hospitals and shit like that. It's like, there comes a time when it's not a convenience, it's a necessity. And that part is growing big time. It just is.
Right.
And it's not going anywhere, dude. I mean, IT, people say it's not going to take over, dude. They are pushing so hard right now on these self-driving cars. I still think we're about a minute and a half away from that being in effect. But we're getting there, aren't we? Because
Yes.
look, we went from dial-up to broadband, and then we went from hybrids to full electric cars. And now it's like, I don't even think anybody remembers what a pager was. So he said, no, you're going to be able to do all that on one device. You can control your house, your refrigerator. You can do everything from your phone. He's like, yeah, right. Okay, that's going to work. Yeah, I'm going to burn my house down with my phone from out of town. It's like, and here we are. We're doing it. If anything, it's growing, dude. Everybody's talking about a saturated market. I'm like, yeah, saturated market. And yet I'm still getting flooded with orders. The reason people bitch about a saturated market is because they're cherry picking. You'll notice top dashers generally do not bitch about a saturated market because they're too busy to bitch. It's like today, and I got proof of it, I hit $2 order for a mile. I was thinking about Pedro DoorDash. I was like, well, why shouldn't I take it? It's $2 a mile. I wish I would have been live when I did that. I took a $2 Chipotle order for a mile, dude. And dude, it was the first time I've never used my hot bag because I just didn't care at that point. It's like, I'm doing this to keep top dasher. It's a mile. It's not a big deal. Right after that, I get a fucking banger unicorn, whatever the definition is today. And I'm like, this is how it works, man. You want all the good ones, you're going to have to support the business. You're going to have to make DoorDash happy. Then they'll make you happy. It's a two-way animal. You're not just going to walk in here, except for Glitchgate days, and say, I know something you don't know. I can get all the orders without delivering tacos and sit like that for $2. You all take that shit. I'll just sit in my car and watch TikTok all day until the $30 banger hits. I'm like, yeah, I did that too. So now you're preaching to the choir. Dude, it's
what do you think about this, Torb?
Yeah.
Torb, look at this comment right here. What do you feel about this comment? We're gonna start seeing a whole lot of these comments come out now throughout the gig community. Instead of saying my AR is at 3% and bragging about it, you're gonna start seeing a whole lot of this, people. And by the way, I started the movement AR Lives Matter hashtag. Go type that up on Google. You'll see all the videos that I have it tagged in. AR Lives Matter on the food side. Well, just in general, period. So what do you think when you see these comments coming in, Torb? I'm going for 100% AR by May 7th. What do you feel about that?
Boy, I'm easy answer. This is controversial. If you treat DoorDash, the app, like a job, in other words, think about a job in a warehouse or a factory or Walmart or Burger King, or you're some highfalutin blue collar worker in some company where you're actually making $1+ more a year. You're going to do shit that you don't want to do on every job. It doesn't fucking matter what your job is. A CEO of General Electric, a CEO of any company, I don't give a shit what company. Yeah, he's laughing on the golf course in the middle of the afternoon while you're packing boxes full of envelopes. You think he's got the last laugh. Trust me, he's sweating bullets. His kids got to have the tuition paid, all that shit. The wife needs a new Jeep, all that shit. He's going to have to put up with the pressure that if he fails even a little bit, he's going to get out of that job. He's going to have to come back to a normal job. That's pressure, right? That's serious pressure. They have to listen to people all the time, customers, supervisors, you name it, just like we do. You say, I ain't delivering nothing. No tip, no trip. I'm like, I feel you on that. The problem is you guys keep on saying, especially Real Talk with Roy, he keeps on saying, gig work is a job. I'm like, you know what? He's right. It is a job. It's work. You get paid when you work. It's like, well, no, you delivered $2 order, pussy. It's like, no, wait a minute. I also delivered a $30 order right after it, so I averaged $32 for that hour. I have to keep my stats up in order to keep my game up so I don't sink. Yeah.
Right.
It's a job. I don't give a fuck about the 1099 or the W-2 status. It's a job. If you look at it correctly, it works correctly. And a lot of people might think, you know what? Sellout moment. You got to cherry pick. I'm not driving my car into the ground. I'm like, bro, everybody drives their car into the ground. I know people that got regular jobs. Our neighbors are one of them. Woman drives 35, 45 minutes to work one way for her job. She lives next door. She drives the fuck up in Ohio. I'm like, how many people going to bitch at her because she's driving her car into the ground for 40 grand a year, 35 grand a year, whatever it is? What's the difference? You got to drive your car into the ground no matter what, unless you're walking your ass to work or taking the bus. Regardless, it's a job. I don't give a fuck about the 1099 to W2. It's a job. All they're asking you to do is
some people got to commute far. Some people got to commute to where they gotta drive the 60 miles to go to work. And even some of them will say, well, you know what? I'm gonna drive 20 miles to the train station, then go get on the train. But you don't want to do that train, but you got to get that commute, and you got to use your car to go ahead and do all that. And we got these gig drivers out there. A lot of them live in these boony ass towns where everyone really knows your name, and half of them are your cousins. Towns like that, you got towns like that to where they got to drive 35 miles just to go to work at a Walmart. I'm grinding all levels with Levi. He does that. He has to drive 35, 40 miles just to do gig work to even start.
I guarantee you right now, anybody on any channel in this community or the circling communities, I don't know if you know what that means, but the circling ones, the JB Gunners, whatever, everybody knows the same thing. They just don't want to talk about it. That's what gets me sometimes. Every single buddy is living on this planet, especially the United States, is feeling the pinch of this economy. All of us. I don't give a shit. You wouldn't be doing gig work and you wouldn't be on YouTube trying to make some money if you was rich. You wouldn't even be here fucking with this shit. Nobody would. It's a grind. Both ends are a grind. I don't give a fuck if you're working in a warehouse and you're waking up at 5 in the morning to be there at 6 and come home at fucking 5 or 6 after you pick up some shit that your woman said, we need some sour cream, we need some dinner and all that stuff, and you're already fucking busted tired pulling a 12 because that's what everybody's going to is a 10 and 12 hour shift, but you're sitting on a fucking chain gang, as I like to call it. I work that shit, dude. It's real. And people try to compare W-2 to a 1099. I was like, the difference is I pull my ass off the line on a W-2, I ain't getting fired. You pull it off. You see, I think Roy got a little lost on one thing. He's comparing too much. He wants to make everybody believe that it's a W-2, you're an employee of DoorDash. It's like, dude, what are you not an employee of anyway? If you need to get $1 from somebody, your boss is on eBay then, I guess, isn't it? Because if you're selling an item on eBay, your boss just became the person you sold to, because if they bad rate you, you could potentially go down the ratings. It costs you more to list. You go down the fucking search on whatever it is you're selling because your ratings suck.
Yeah.
Everybody's a bitch to the system. Nobody's special. The difference is I like the idea of gig work is because I don't have to worry about blowing a gasket. I'll pull over, I'll blow a gasket, and I'll take an hour break. Nobody's asking where I'm at. Nobody gives a shit what I'm doing. I ain't making no money at that point. I pause the app. I'm like, I need a breather, dude. I'm not ready to go off. This has been some bullshit for the last 3 hours. Nobody gives a fuck. I'm not in trouble. I ain't got to go into the fucking office. I ain't got to see HR. None of that. It's like, I just need to leave me the fuck alone for about an hour. I need to breathe. This shit's going
and I'm good. Give me my time, and I'm good. I don't need you to come looking for me. You ain't got to go search no bathrooms looking for me. You ain't got to go be
exactly. Leave me the fuck alone for me. Just get the fuck away from me. And I think that's what Roy misses when he complains, like he says everybody else does, but he don't. Everybody complaining. I'm like, dude, everybody complains. Roy, you didn't know that?
Well, what about the people? Tor, what about the people that say, you know, the gig apps are scams? How do you feel now when they say, oh, it's a scam? But yeah, just that statement, you know, do they really think it's a scam? Do they
What
really think
scam?
it's a scam if
What scam?
that's how you got to work?
What scam? What's the scam? I want
That's
to know
what I'm
what the
talking about.
scam is. What's the scam? They say
That's what I want to
scam,
know.
but they don't tell me what it is. They say, well, they're stealing from you. I'm like, stealing what? The offer said $10. I got $10. It said 8 miles. I cut it shorter. I got down to 6.5. Or maybe it took the 10. Maybe I went around for a car accident and now it's 12. What scam? What's the scam? A glitch? How is a glitch a scam? Everything in my house is controlled by something out of my control. Shit doesn't
Right.
work sometimes. It's not a scam. We are in a revolution of technology. Shit is going to fuck you up from time to time. It's just going to happen. It's not a scam. It's the new world that we live in. Get used to it.
Correct.
Don't say I had to bend over today and take a. No, you didn't. I just got done saying it. Pull over. Give yourself an hour. Go find your favorite place to look at car parts or phones. The hell ever it is that we do for entertainment. Call your wife, your girlfriend on the phone. Do whatever. Call a friend. Take a break. Watch TikTok. Just breathe. It's all right. You can do that on a gig app. You cannot do that on a W-2 on a regular basis. They will boot your ass. And now you got a drug screen to worry about. Now you got a background check. Well, we got to do background checks too. You got all this shit to worry about. You got a point system. You got evaluations. You got promotions. You got raises coming in annually. We don't worry about that shit. Our raises come when the unicorns hit. Or if you're a top dasher, that's an automatic raise. W-2s don't do that. Gig apps do that. We control our destiny. And unlike what Roy said, the difference between a W-2 and a 1099 is W-2s are going to get worse because now employers are starting to lay off. 1099s are still looking for drivers. You can sign up. They're never not hiring. Some states.
Make sure you
people
like,
say, I'm on the way anyway.
share, and hit that subscribe button, people.
I heard that. That was a good one. I like the way you did that too. That was you was probably trying to tell me to chime down for a second so you could do that.
No, you good, Torp. Go ahead. Go ahead, man.
No, you're good. You're good at it. I get it. I went on a rant there for a second, but you know, that's what I do.
No. What it was is, you know, I like to throw those things like that in the middle. So sometimes I'll just play a song or something just for those people that like to do the restreaming. You know, I like to throw things out there, throw them out there just so I'm pubbing myself on their stream also. You know, when we're doing that stuff, you know, it's just speaking in third person, but advertising in third person. So that's all it is.
I get it. I think what's wonderful about this is you'll notice this is the second time I popped up on somebody else's live stream, and look what it's about. The actual work itself. The politics of the job. Why? Because I've heard too many people bitch too long. This shit does not suck. It's not hard to do. It's hard to comprehend. There's a difference. Comprehending
that is a big difference. That's a big difference right there. It's not a hard job. It's hard
cherry
to
pickers
comprehend.
bitch more. Cherry pickers bitch more than anybody on the planet, including W-2 employees. They just do. Look at the fucking channels. They bitch all day, all fucking night, and they laugh at everybody else. I'm like, dude, when was the last time I actually bitched about gig work and said, I'm just going to quit? I'm going back to a W-2. I need a boss. I need somebody hanging over my fucking shoulder all day. That's what will make me happy. That's your Roy. That's Real Talk with Roy. He doesn't understand the concept anymore because he got too lost. His new gig is YouTube. That's his gig. He's a gig worker. YouTube AdSense Partner is a gig job. It can be shut off like that, or you can pump yourself up to the top. Whether it be fake or real, does not matter. Money is money. I know Flex said that himself. Money. Why does it matter how you make it? So what's the conversation about then? Why you got to back down a W-2, and why does the W-2 got to back down a 1099? That's not a real job. I was like, motherfucker, please. If I'm getting paid, that's a job.
Plain and simple.
I'm working.
Plain and simple.
I pay my fucking bills. I'm getting paid. I ain't bitching about how much I'm getting paid because I know if you do the shit that you don't want to do on a 1099, you get the shit that people say don't exist on a 1099. Delivering a fucking cheeseburger for $20 for 4 miles? How in the fuck are you going to bitch about that? I'll tell you one thing. I was bitching about my W-2. That's what brought me to the 1099. I'm not going to be a bipolar 1099 W-2 disorder motherfucker. I already been on the other side of the grass. I know exactly what it is. My whole fucking life, I worked for somebody else. I am now working with a gig app of all things, an IT creation. And you know what? If you can't get used to that, you're going to find yourself in a bad spot in the next 5 to 10 years when all these robots start rolling out, taking all these warehouse jobs. Hell, look at all these self-checkouts. Look at that. Everybody bitching about the tablets going down. Everybody used to bitch about something else. Now the tablets going down. When the tablets work, everybody's making money. That's IT, dude. That is cyber. That's all cyber. And it's only growing. It ain't getting worse. It's getting bigger. And that's why your cherry pickers are mad. They're like, I used to be able to sit here and wait for one. I'd make $20, $30 an hour doing one an order. You can't do that no more. They put a stop to it. It's over. It's just over. And when that diamond program hits my market, I'm already on board. You just saw my stats. I ain't got to worry about it. If it clicks in, I'm gold. Well, not gold in the app, but I'm golden. Dude, I'm making more money now than I was every year since I started doing this. They changed it. They're like, you really want to deliver $2 order for us? Well, thank you very much. Here's $30 for doing nothing after that $2 order. I'm like, yeah, boss, that's what I'm talking about. I see how this shit works. Take some shit jobs, get the big ones, and watch everybody else bitch while they're sitting in a parking lot making a lot. Not you, Robert. You know what I'm talking about, though. You see these guys doing it.
Right.
I mean, you know what I mean. I mean that sounded weird because you're sitting in a parking lot, but that ain't what that's not where I was going with that. It's like, but that's what we saw.
No. I know exactly what you mean, but I want to add into that though, because it has to do with the state of the gig space, the gig economy. Are we going to start seeing now a transitional period in the way content is being delivered to these drivers out there? Because like you said, it's not rocket science. It's easy. It's an easy job. It's just confusing. So since we know that, and we know that the no tip, no trip cherry pickers, they have to start working different. Are they going to start now saying, you know what, let's try to contribute to at least assist and help, or are they going to still do it the same?
Well, one of my favorite things, and I'm not really sure why I derailed to this, but this is the only thing that popped into my mind, is we always talk about electric cars and all that shit, and drones delivering food, all that. Dude, we can't even get Elon Musk to provide a proper Tesla that would be DOT approved or FFA approved for delivering a fucking Big Mac. We're a little bit away from that yet because of the safety issue. We are not going anywhere at our age on these apps. We're just not.
Right.
It's going to happen. But I don't think it's going to be in my fucking, before I retire, really, I don't think it's going to happen. I'll tell you why. The technology, you guys probably already know this, obviously, but my app glitches. And when my app glitches, my GPS glitches more than my app does. My GPS, they make a new subdivision, new roads. They're doing all kinds of new shit. How in the hell can they expect 4 tons of steel to go down the road by itself, or something in the air that can land on somebody's house or potentially harm a child or an adult or screw up traffic on the highway? Because them drones got to flow over highways too, and potentially make a fucking 15-car pile up because it ran into a semi. We ain't there yet. I said yet. We're not there yet. This is right now where we're at. They need drivers. Drivers need to know how to use the apps. Drivers need to understand how the apps work. Stop bitching out when they screw up. They're going to screw up because it keeps changing. It's called continuous improvement. They change in the apps. They change in the policies. They change in the fucking code. And the reason they're doing that is because they want to be number one. The first one to figure it out and to get it bigger wins. And DoorDash has got the market share. Uber Eats, they got this bipolar thing. It's like, well, we got the drivers for the people, we got the drivers for the food. It's like,
well, how long are drivers gonna be blaming the app? How long are drivers gonna keep blaming the apps instead of looking at themselves?
I'd say forever. It's an egotistical thing, and the only thing we hear about is on YouTube when people are bitching about the app or bitching about like top dashers ruining it for everybody, while the top dashers ain't bitching. They're bitching at the cherry pickers. I'm like, that's a lot of bitching, but the top dashers are the one making the money. How many people you heard? I'd say at least 2% maybe saying top dasher sucks. That was a long
That's
time
a good
ago,
one.
though.
You know what, Torp?
That was a long time ago.
How about you do the community post on that one? Do a community post, and I'll ask it too, and then we'll put the numbers together. Let's do the numbers. Whoever's watching this now, we're gonna do a poll on both of our channels. What's the percentage of cherry pickers complaining about, not pickers, top dashers? We'll do a poll on what do you think the percentage is that top dashers are complaining about their orders? Is it like 50% of the time, 60% of the time? We'll do it like that compared to the cherry pickers, because I do believe that cherry pickers are grumpy all day, and top dashers are just moving and grooving. That's just what I feel.
Here's what I like to say. What you just said. I'll switch it up and put a little twerp twing to it. Cherry pickers are triggered. Cherry pickers are triggered all day. I'm not. Dude, I could super easy make a video in my car doing the work. I'm like, dude, I don't see what the big deal is. I don't see why it's so hard to understand that you are going to have to give the one that you're working with or for a little bit of love before they give you some love back. It goes back and forth. And by the end of the fucking shift, you're like, I mean, how much? I'll be goddamn, I never saw that coming. Because you're just playing with it. You're not against it. You're just playing with it. It's a game. So play the game. It's not that big a fucking deal. It's not a life changer deal. How about that? It's not a life changer. When you are out there in your car, I did it today. As a matter of fact, I can do this. I'll show it to you. Fuck that. I'll show it to you. You're going to love this. I did it. I just did it today. You can't make this shit up, right? I'm going to show you my earnings where I did the $2 one. Check this out. You're going to be like, wait, you did what? Nah, dog, you did not do that. No. Hell no. That's on the earnings, yeah. So I got to look at this. Don't worry about it. I mean, I'm not going to take all day. It don't work like that. It's now
I'm gonna go ahead and while you're doing that, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and read this while you're doing that. It says I'm a platinum dasher. It says I'm a platinum dasher with 96% acceptance rate, and things have never been better. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't want to be called a clown. Like, people, it's not about trying to be cool. I want to be part of the cool kids. The cool kids, they don't do that. The cool kids do it backwards. The cool kids do it backwards. It's not about trying to be the cool kid. That's not what it is.
Check it, Rob.
Let me see.
Check it. Chipotle, $2. No tip. See it? I can see it. Can you see it?
Hold on. Giga is back here. Wait.
Now check this out. Look at the one below it. I got $20 on the next one. I made $22 in 45 minutes. It's right there. It's recorded. Dude, that was a mile for $2. And then right after that, they pushed me a 20 for 4. Come on.
Yes, he is. Okay.
87%.
Hold on. Let me go get it up. I see him.
Hell
Go
no.
get Gig it. Let me see. I see you back there. Wait. I said, hold up. I saw the private chat. I said, oh, it's somebody backstage. They trying to get the attention. That was my fault.
What's up, my brother? What's up,
in,
Thorpe? Robert Reese. What's up,
What's up, man?
What's up? Good to have you in, people. Let me tell you, this is Go Gig It is right here in the building, people. Brand new young channel, getting it in. He likes to he's actually someone that had me go and look into the Minneapolis thing because I checked his channel out and he's been going in. So I had to go ahead and do some more research. And that's how I was able to go ahead to get what I had going in. Thanks to him. People, he's got good stuff going on. You can catch him in the chats with Dashing with John and the Dashing Investor. John's on a big move right now. People with the subs, he's got it going on.
Oh, yeah.
This gentleman here gives you the Bible verses, gives you that positive energy. Go subscribe to the channel, people. What's up, man? Welcome to the show.
Hey.
Glad to have you on.
Hey, good to be here. Let me drop off this order real quick. I'll be right back. Hey,
okay.
See that?
Oh,
He ain't
yeah.
bitching about DoorDash. He's working DoorDash.
That's what, see, Torp, that's another thing there. You know, now I think we're going to start seeing, like, you know how we got these drivers out there that go on these panels, they go click on links, and their favorite thing to do is complain about DoorDash and all these other things. I think we're going to see a different wave right now of it's going to be a whole lot of people talking about, man, look, I'm glad I took that order because if I didn't, they would have logged me out and signed me out and I wouldn't have been able to make no more money the rest of the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
oh, dude, I fucking 110. I know what you mean. That's a fucking dollar right there. I mean,
oh yeah.
I've had to watch the new channels, right? And you get lucky once in a while because the algorithm seems to work when it can. And I'm like watching these different channels. I'm like, not only is this guy not bitching, or this woman not bitching about, she's like, and she's not also, I know it's not trying to tell you how to do it. She's sharing. I'm like, or he's sharing. I'm like, why ain't they bitching about the apps?
Oh yeah.
What? Because we got swallowed into that mess. That wasn't their mess. Like, they don't even know who the fuck we are. Like, we all going back and forth because we think it makes sense. It's like, no, we in drama because drama makes sense. I'm like, yeah, but we lost sight of something. We, in this story, is going to get old. What's going to get new is the apps keep progressing. And as people forget to fucking check in with that app and find people that can actually share information instead of just say, you a 1099 little bitch, or you a slave to the W-2. It's like, boy, man, dude, this conversation is going to go all summer, and I ain't going to make one fucking dollar off of it. I ain't going to make shit on my app in my real life. And these lights could give a fuck what anybody thinks, including me. They either get money thrown at them or they get turned off by the fucking person that's got them going. It's like, don't even give me that shit. If Top Dasher didn't work, it wouldn't exist.
that's another one. If Top Dasher would not work, it would not exist. It would not exist. Now go gig it. Now I put that video up earlier, and you were first to go ahead, drop some comments in on that. And you know, you had a comment about the tips, and you know where the tips going to be coming from if they're going to be raising all these prices. And I would like to answer that now that you're here. You know, I did a typing thing, but I want to answer that live here so everybody else out there can hear also.
Okay, go ahead.
People, you gotta understand that while prices are going up and they are charging a lot to do things, there are people out there that still will have the same principles and they still will go ahead and give those tips out. The thing is now, you're gonna have to do your job to have that customer feel like it's worth it, and that the extra that they have to pay for and the service that they got, you have to make sure that they see that, well, you know what? It's going to cost a little more for me to do it, but it was worth it. I appreciate that. It's about you and your business. You're going to have to learn how to squeeze everything you can out of that orange to get most of the juice in that cup. That's why communication skills are very important when doing this job, because when they dry up the well, you have to find other avenues to bring the money out. And a lot of people don't know how to work on that type of their game or that part of their game, but it is a very important part because the well is going to dry up. Only certain people are going to know how to milk that cow so that they can still eat cereal tomorrow morning.
Dude, that was tight. That's dead balls accurate, dude, right there. All these guys that talk about being smarter than the system, knowing the cherry pick, knowing the zones, knowing the hot zones, knowing all that stuff. Dude, look, I follow that info. I did. My first 6, 8, 12 months here, I did follow that info. I was like, all I did was glorified what I was doing. That's all I did. I wasn't making more money, man. I just glorified it because this guy over here on YouTube said it. I ain't no different than anybody else. I'm susceptible, dude. I'm impressionable at times. And that was the first people I found. And Pedro was the first one. I was like, all right, game, use, game. I'm like, and then it dawned on me, this shit don't work. Not here. Why didn't he say, don't do this in your market necessarily? Maybe not yours. This is what's working for me. And then he called them customers. Customers are miserable, he always says. And everybody laughed at it. I was like, how the fuck is the customer miserable? If it wasn't for the customer, you wouldn't be out there bitching about the app.
Yeah. I want to ask y'all a question though, Hot Facts and Torp. How many of these content creators with this new tier system and calling people clowns and all this stuff, how many of you think are going to take their content down now? All that negative content. How many
Brother.
be man or woman enough to take it down?
That was fire.
Ooh, that was
fire.
Ooh. All right,
That's
people.
fire.
Let's go ahead and can you do shots fired? Do shots fired real quick. Hold up. Do shots fired. Do shots fired.
It's true too, man. Half the videos, at least half of them, ain't gonna make no sense. Everything they said would have been wrong.
7 seconds. Next time.
Oh my
but
God,
look though, I'm gonna tell you guys this, and I'm glad you asked that question. Are these content creators gonna take their content down? Let me tell you this, Gigit. About a year ago, I said on the live stream, I said I am the only content creator in the gig space that is not going to have to go and change and take his content down because I've been doing it and teaching the exact same thing from the jump. I said I am the only one. Well, for the main part, when I came in, Revolution, I know was fighting against them too. But from day one, I came in as the news doing it, and I said a year ago, I'm the only one that's going to be able to keep his content up without throwing away videos and losing views and everything. I've been waiting for that, and no one's done it, but no one's ever talked about it either. You were the first person in one whole year to bring up what I said a year ago.
Wow.
Now, a year ago, I was saying it before we got to this point. Now that we are in this point, and their content is now with the tier system and getting your ARs up and everything, I have not heard one of them go and say, you know what, or even apologize for the misinformation they were given while the correct information was going on at the same time. I have not heard one apology from them yet.
Well, it would only be misinformation, though, if they intentionally did it, misleading you. I think some of these guys actually believed in their heart and their mind at that time that what they were talking about was accurate at that time. And as you guys know, this shit's been revolving, and it's not once a year. It's about once a day or once a week. And it's like, keeping up with this shit, man, it will change people's videos perspective. Be like, why are you talking about
Torp,
like
it was no tip, no trip, Torp. It was no tip, no trip. No tip, no trip. That's a whole movement, Torp. Like,
I know.
That's a whole movement in
Didn't you believe it at first, at very beginning?
I never believe in no tip, no trip. Not me ever. Not me ever. I came in here. I came in here as the clown. I came in here as the clown.
Okay, so you never thought there was any sustenance to saying no tip, no trip, like, because if a waitress knew she wasn't going to get tipped, do you really think she'd give a shit about the service she gave? This is backwards.
But that's the thing.
That.
I don't think about it, Torp.
We reversed.
I came in not thinking about it, Torp. I never. But Torp, I never came in thinking about that, Torp.
Because I'll forget. Tony Shu changed society. We did. We're just a part of this change. Tony Shu said, tip up front. We never did that before this. We've never tipped up front on anything in life before the gig apps happened. They changed it. We didn't. We're living in their world. So when they say no tip, no trip, it's like you forgot to look at the bigger animal, the bigger machine here. Those guys want their orders delivered at $2 for a mile. What they're saying is, you keep that stature, and we're going to put you on the top of the list when that shit hits. And tell me you haven't seen that shit hit. I just showed you mine. I did a $2 order, and then I got a $20 order for 4 fucking miles. Dude, it was a bag of food. I'm like, $24 fucking dollars in like 45 minutes. Dude, 45 minutes is what I spent in a parking lot waiting for the banger.
Yeah.
If I saw one, if I got one, it could be 2 hours. I'm like, what am I doing here? Fuck no tip, no trip. It's not 99% of the people not tipping. It's 99% of the YouTubers bitching about no tip, no trip that get you. It makes you think. It's like they're trying to make you brainwash your ass into saying, I got the best news statement. I'm going to get paid for it. And once I get paid for it, I'll be right. Doesn't matter if it works or not. I got the views. I got the retention. Fuck all that. I learned about a year into it. It's like, these guys ain't making me no fucking money. It's the same shit every fucking day. Now I'm starting to see it. If the app is changing this much and the customers are changing this much, how in the hell is any video that was made 3 weeks ago going to mean a fucking thing to me tomorrow? It keeps changing. The videos don't.
Well, this is what I'm saying. As time changes, I'm gonna go ahead and throw me on solo really quick. I'm gonna throw me on solo really quick for this one. I want to say something about this one. As time changes now, okay, people got to understand that there is only one thing that is going to stay certain and always be right there, and that is you. No matter what a company does, no matter what another driver does, no matter what anyone does, the only thing that is going to stay the same and remain in itself is your business, your rules, your ethics, and how you do. I don't care if they put new paint and put up a different business here. I'm gonna still go in there and do my thing. I don't care about this or that. When I came in to this gig stuff in 2014, I come from a sales background and I'm a sales director with canvas teams and everything. I came in to give my service in my business. I didn't care about what they were saying, decline now or no tip, no trip. I didn't care about any of that because I know what I do. Once I saw that I'm getting in front of people and potential buyers, potential clientele, and potential commission, all that equals sale to me. So I'm about to go in there and try to get it no matter what. And people got to really realize that no matter what systems change, they always need you to be in the system. So you got to still play what you do and play your part to still do you in that system.
Amen, dude. It works both ways. Exactly right, dude. You can't sit there and say the company rules you and the company can't say it owns you. Yeah. It's a two-way street, dude. That's what I like about 1099. We said this about 30, 40 minutes ago. We're going to say it again. You will live and die by your reactions, your responses. Those are yours on a 1099. On a W-2, you walk in, don't make no fucking difference. You'd be a lousy employee. They keep you on, you're getting paid. Not much process. Brain dead shit most of the time. I know.
Hey,
you go to 1099, you better start making good decisions. In my opinion, I think that the world should look at 1099 workers that actually made it and look at them as a fucking genius. Look at the shit that we got to deal with. Look at the shit. And we got to figure that shit out on our own. We do all that shit on our own. Everything that we do is on our own. Everybody's they're controlling you. They're making you do this. It's like, we've said this before, Robert. We're going to say it again. Nobody asked you to turn the app on. Nobody. There wasn't one person out there that said, turn that app on. If you think in your mind that the app is a slave, making you a slave, and you need to do a W-2, then go up there and do a W-2. It's a job, dude. It's not a political statement. It's paying the fucking bills. That's what I always said. I was like, I had a W-2. It pissed me off when people said that. It's like, oh no, W-2, you're a W-2. It's like, dude, I was a W-2. I know the difference, man. You going to talk to a 55-year-old man that did that shit for 40 years and go, dude, you're a W-2. It's like, dude, do you know what a W-2 is? That's your real, in most situations.
Well, the funniest thing is going to be this, Torp.
Yeah.
Torp, the funniest thing is going to be this part right here on how the scheduling is. People are going to be like you. You schedule, schedule and you got your whole day for them 8 hours. People are going to be realizing like, damn, I got my schedule there. I'm going to take me an hour break. So therefore, what are you?
Well, see, that's what I like about that Top Dasher. It could be an hour break and then another hour break, and nobody's asking no questions. You can't do it on W-2, man. Come off with that. It's like, dude, no. I think what happened is some people, unfortunately, did not succeed as gig app workers. They just didn't succeed at it, right? And they're following a bunch of other people that didn't succeed at it. Misery loves company. You got to watch what you watch on YouTube, man. How-to videos are a real thing. And some of these channels, and I'll go back to that. We're not diving into why, but we're going to go back to that. Lots of subs, lots of views, lots of likes, super chats. Makes them right. I didn't say suck, but how does that make them right? Like, this is the advice you should be taking because of the following. Remember, the following is usually based on some people that are as fucked up or as having as bad day as this guy is, but they want to see a loser succeed. And that's exactly what they did. Now you got a pot full of losers succeeding because one guy is running all those sheep right into the ground. That's exactly what they're doing because the message, like our new man here just said, we are going to end up in the same place anyways. We just are. We have to take care of ourselves. You can't listen to other people to make a decision on your financial future. It's up to you to know better. How many people are going to take care of you when they're our age? They're just not. Nobody's going to take care of us. At best, you got a woman at home or maybe a relative that's alive that can, dude, you ain't thinking right. Coming from a relative or your wife or something, you'd be like, this ain't YouTube funny. This is real life. I ain't thinking right. Person I trust the most is telling me I ain't thinking right. You hear that shit on YouTube and it's like, all right, I got a video response for me not thinking right. Where'd you go? Not one dime made, except for YouTube. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. It's changing and we didn't jump on that train. It's changing in a big way now. The apps, that massive way. And I'm like, everybody's ignoring it. They're worried about what Roy's saying, JB's saying, they're worried about what Eli's saying, but they ain't worried about their pocketbook because their pocketbook went from the gig economy and now they're YouTube partners. They don't gotta give a fuck about the gig economy. And that's not a knock to Robert because he's a partner, but I'm like, you get my general consensus of where I came up with this thought in my head.
Yeah. Speaking about gig stuff, Torp. Speaking about this gig stuff, I want to talk about something that happened to us last night on DoorDash. We had an idiot customer. We go to Taco Bell, pick up the order, go to drop it off. Everything is sealed and everything. He starts sending text messages. Well, first of all, he started asking for extra stuff on his food, and Emilia said, I got a funny feeling about this one. So she gave him a call and said, if they can do it, they will, whatever. She did all that stuff. So we're going to drop off the order, and he keeps texting and calling. So she let him know that we're on the way and all this other stuff. Go to drop it off, take the picture of the bag being sealed and everything. We drive off, and he says, hey, you ate my burrito. My burrito's gone.
What?
And
I like that highlighted comment. I like that highlighted comment.
You ate my burrito. Hold up, I'm gonna go ahead and get it there. You ate my burrito. So, she said, he said I ate his burrito. I said, she was going off in woman world, right? I said, babe, look, I said, stop. I said, stop. I said, stop. I said, you took a picture, right? She said, yes. I said, it was sealed, right? She said, yes. I said, now just contact customer support. So she did that. Customer support, he wouldn't pick up or anything. Customer support told her we saw the bag sealed and everything else. So we don't know what's going to happen to that driver, but he was a rookie and a novice because that is the worst way to think you're going to get free food. But we had a piece of shit customer last night, and I said piece of shit because he was like a teenager. He had to be. So I had to call him a little shit. How your coach would. Your coach would say, "You little shit, remember to play." And so I had to, yeah. He's one of those. He was one of those, but trying to scam. So I don't like that. How many times have you guys been scammed this year or tried to be scammed this year from a customer?
You go first, man. You got here after I did, so you got first place for the first answer.
It's just been a couple times for me. Of course, I'm multi-app. I do Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, Uber Eats. I do. Now I'm on Spark. So the last time I got scammed was handed to me. You know how they like to wait till the timer goes down and let you take the little picture. So dude comes out and gets his food right as the timer goes out, and then says he didn't get his orders. So that was the last time I got scammed. So a chick last night was trying to get 3 different orders from Wendy's. I get there and it's like, yeah, we just gave out 2 of her orders before you got here. So like, we're not making it again. It's like, wow, okay. But still, I got to have.
Oh, that's being scammed by a driver, too. That's a driver scamming another driver.
Oh, yep. But I agree with you on that, Torp. Yeah, a lot of these content creators, I listen to a lot of people. I've listened to a lot of people over the year, and I don't listen to them anymore. But some of them, now that they're monetized, they don't have to work weekends anymore or certain days or certain hours. They're not in the hustle as hot and heavy, which I can't fault them. I mean, you got families, you got to take care of your family, but just the reality is.
Throw your channel name out there for me again, because
my channel is Go Gig It.
Go Gig It.
Go Gig It. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Go Gig It.
Now I
Go
feel
Gig
better
It.
because it escaped me for a second.
Great channel. Great channel. I like the information. Go Gig It. I ask everybody this. What made you start clicking on some hot facts? When's the first time you heard about hot facts? Because hot facts, I'm a controversial figure in the gig world because I don't sugarcoat nothing. I tell you like it is and not the way it was. So I'm controversial. Now, but people understand that once they figure out that he just has discussions and conversations, unless you do something really crazy to him, he's on the panel showing love with you, sharing your stuff. That's what I do. It's only like 2 or 3 people who cannot rebound up. They cannot rebound up. What made you tune in to Hot Facts and start dropping by and leaving comments means that you like some of the information.
Oh yeah, well, your bald-headed brother over there in Arizona, I saw your name popping up and him mentioning you. Jeff Watts, Uber Jeep AZ. Got to give a shout out to him. It's my brother, love it. And I saw you on Dashing with John and Dashing Investor. I'm like, okay, Hot Facts, Robert Reese. Let me go on and get on with this guy. So I like the information, man. You do an excellent job. So, we need controversy. Need to get in there and butt heads because some people aren't thinking straight. So I know Jeff kind of.
I love that. I'll tell you what, man. The reason this is my second time in about a week on Robert's Live is because I have been dying for a long time to get on the panel that made sense to me on YouTube, and I ain't found one. Now that ain't to say some channels ain't got themselves as a great host, but sometimes the panel. So the last time I was with Robert, me and him just had a real man-to-man about these things. And now me and you, I mean, these are the panels that I've been wanting to get onto for a long time. This type of panel. That's go get it.
I've seen your name kind of floating around too, Torp. So good to finally meet you in living color. So yes,
likewise.
Sir. Yes.
Likewise. Yeah, likewise, man.
Now, Giggy, your market is different. Your market is different. You're putting your videos up and everything. Now, when that dude was on the scooter in the rain, I was laughing. He was in the rain in that scooter, picking up that DoorDash at the drive-thru. how
Yeah.
is your market itself? As far as I want to break it down as your market, and I want to go with the overall temperature from the opportunities, the drivers, and the amount of money floating around for you guys.
Well, I'm a little south of Boston, so in my market, it's a lot of drivers out there. And it comes and goes. You work late nights, you make really good money. You know, it gets that midday slowdown about 8 a.m. when people are going to school, getting to work, so they're not ordering until about 11 o'clock, and then it picks back up for a couple of hours. Then about 3 o'clock, it picks back up once the kids start getting out of school, ordering McDonald's. But it's a good market, so. And I got the choice. I'm like 30 minutes from Providence, Rhode Island, or about an hour to Boston. So these areas out here are really busy, man. So yep.
You a
Plus
top
I
dasher?
multi-app.
Hey,
What's
go.
that?
You a top dasher?
Yeah, I'm a top dasher.
How would
And the
you feel
reason
right now? Oh, I'm sorry.
What-
That was me. I was going to ask you a question. I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
How would you feel right now in this time, if this panel was doing something different? And when we're reviewing a video said no tip, no trip, how would you feel about that now?
Well, I
That's the
fell
top
into that. Yeah, I fell into it, and I still don't do too many no tip, no trips. But like me, I do multi-apps, so I go from one zone to the other because I know if I go to the other zone, it's going to surge on Uber. I get an extra $20, $30, pick up passengers and Uber Eats. So that's what I do. So sometimes I take the sacrifice. I'm like, no tip, no trip. Let me take it just to experiment. But most of the time, yeah, I don't do too many no tip, no trips. But I know the benefit of coupling that DoorDash and Uber Eats together, or Uber, I know, boom, in 1 hour, instead of making $10, it might be $30, $40, $50. So that's what I do. So
let me ask you
yeah.
this then, because I think I've been where you're at. Am I right to assume that what you do is let both apps run, and if it's Uber and it sucks, you just decline it because it don't matter. But you gotta be careful, right? Because if you decline the DoorDash, that does matter. So
Oh, yeah.
Is it like I do? It's like the first one that pops up. If it's DoorDash, I'm taking it no matter what. Well, not no matter what. That was a lot. I did too much there. I did way too much there. I still decline. That's why I'm at 87. But do you do it like that? Like the first one that pops up that makes sense, you take, and then pause DoorDash?
Yeah, that's the way I do it. So
Cool,
if I
that's what
get
I
two
do.
orders going in like the same direction, because you know how they are, kind of like the apps know each other, so they'll give you two customers going that same general direction. So hey, that's what I do. So and then on DoorDash, that arrive by time is important for me too. If I arrive on time, then hey, I'm good to go.
Well, see, that's something I haven't done is what you're doing, though. I don't do ride share, so that would definitely add to the discussion if I had anything to add to it. But I don't because I ain't done it. So,
but you do Uber Eats, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of phone you have? An iPhone or you do because I use an Android, so I got the split
Android.
screen where I can stack my apps on top of each other and see what's what. So
dude,
Exactly.
I never thought of
Yeah.
that. See, that's
Yeah.
why
Well,
I'm not
yeah,
talking on a real
we
panel,
do that
man.
on we do that.
That's
I do
how
that on
you
my
do that.
phone. I can have
Yeah,
like
man.
right now, like I haven't set on my Samsung phone. I can just hit my thing. I can be on YouTube right now and be on StreamYard right now at the exact same time. So when you have your different apps and you multi-app, you can actually have 4 apps open at the exact same time on one phone, or if you have 2 phones, you can do it like that because then you got your screens and you can have your screens and then have them in tabs. Like I got these 2 up, hide that tab, bring that one up. So now, like you can accept orders on 2 apps at the exact same time and then do it like that. So if you got 2 phones, you can actually have it so you're set up like in your hub center right in front of you to where you're okay, I got them all coming in. Bam, bam, bam. Pause, do it just like that. Yes, sir.
I finally get to ask both of you a question because I think both of you got the answer. I keep forgetting to ask this, but I'm never on the right panel to do it.
Go ahead, Torp.
Can you use 2 different phones with 2 different phone numbers as long as it's really you? Or is that frowned upon by the DoorDash guys?
Well, you can't do that anyway because of your social. You would have to have someone else. You would have to have a complete other account.
So how does that work then? You just said 2 phones and 2 apps.
No, I have one
All right,
phone
so
with 2 apps.
yeah, one
but what's the
phone
other
with
phone
2
for?
apps. The
What's
other
the other
phone is
phone
if
for?
you have, like, let's say you got Uber Eats. Let's say you got Uber Eats, and let's say, all right, let's say you got Uber and Lyft split up right there. That's on one tab. The next
Yeah,
tab you're gonna have Uber Eats and DoorDash. Bam, that's on the next tab. Now, if you have another phone, you can have your other DoorDash account on
that's what
that other phone and stack
that's
the
what it
other
looks
app.
like.
So then you can, then you can have 2 DoorDashes up at the exact same time, looking at the orders coming in on 2 separate phones. So you can just bam bam and just navigate just like that.
So what are we talking about here? You don't want to. You can look at it through one phone, but you only
Yeah,
use it on the other. I mean, like actually do the active work on the other, but you can look at
No,
it.
no. Each phone you're going to be able to look and do the actual work because you're 2 separate
Right,
apps. You're 2
right.
separate accounts. 2 separate accounts. So that's all
So
it is.
yeah.
So now when you add in, that, like that, the DoorDash helper, the driver utility helper app, when you add in apps like that, now that you program it in for the orders you want to take, so it automatically grabs it off. Now you can have those phones set up like that with the split screens, and you can have the bot just snatching your stuff off just like that. Bam. You can you can download the bot on the other phone also, because you're using a separate account, so it's snatching the orders out as like an AI without you doing anything on 2 separate things. So then you can manually go and operate which ones you want to take on the other apps. Do you follow that, Torp?
Yeah, I follow that. So let me ask you this thing, because I got a new phone about a year ago, but my old phone I still got my console because, well, I'm too lazy to pull the data off of it, whatever. So it still gives me all the notifications that DoorDash. So this is where I get confused. I'm like, that's a different phone number now. The old one, the new phone number, my old that.
Well, they got
my original phone number is on the new phone, and that's what I'm active with.
Mm-hmm.
But my
they got the
phone is still giving me
IPN.
notifications. I'm like, I got this feeling like if I was to use the other phone in any way, shape, or form with DoorDash, they would see that as suspicious activity. But yet they're sending me notifications. I'm like, dude, just
No, because they got the
off.
IPN number. So
Yeah. That's where I get confused. I'm like, I got technically 2 phones with 2 different phone numbers, but they both got DoorDash on them. And I don't even open up the DoorDash account on the other phone now. I don't trust that part of the IT. Suspicious activity. I can see it coming now.
Well, that's going to be suspicious because it's still your social. So your social on 2 phone numbers will throw a red flag up there, Torp. And then there you go. Now, if they see you on at the same time, that's when that red flag will happen. If they see you on one day and then you go use the other one the next day, you're all the way fine. You're all the way fine because it's still one account on one number that the customer and DoorDash can get in contact with you with, because that's the phone you're using.
Well, that makes sense. What you're saying is if I'm active on one, that's fine. If I'm active on both at the same time, suspicious activity, potentially the flag.
Yeah, with DoorDash, they won't let you.
Ain't nobody trying to get hit like that.
No, I know I ain't. I don't even turn my fucking phone on when I'm dashing because I know that app's on there, but I don't want to get rid of it. So I just kind of leave the phone dormant, but I can hear it. It's like when I see the notifications on my fucking drawer list, it's like all the orders I saw earlier on that phone too. I'm like, don't open it up, boss. Don't do it.
Oh, yeah.
It sounds innocent, but I got a bad feeling.
What's up, James Gype? James Gype. People, let me go ahead and shout out James Gype. If you are someone that's looking to grow your channel, you're looking for other channels out there, I go on James Gype. I've been supporting for about 2 years now. And what I do is he has a great community of all these different types of channels. And I have met people in the RC world, fishing, dog trainers who train celebrity dogs and everything, police dogs. And that's how I conduct a lot of my interviews. I like to go find people elsewhere. Another one was J Caddy Beats. I did interview James Gype from James Gype, J Caddy Beats, Sunfish King, Nitro Feet, Freak. Kelly Cotwell, and Sherry Cotwell, LJ the Truth, John Paul, Brandon's Recovery TV, and also my goodness, Precision Canine Work, and there's a couple more. I think I've gotten like 10 or 12 interviews from the people that I've met over through the James Gype network. Dustin is driving big here on the big here in the gig community. He has over 300,000 subs. He's over there on the Gype community. So I'm in a whole lot of different communities because of James Gype. And big shout out to my man there.
Oh yeah.
You see, one of these days, go gig it, I'm going to get a shout out like that from Robert Race. I got 67 subs right now.
Hey, you growing? Let me see where you.
That's on this channel. Torp got like almost 2,500 subs on his other one. Torp does his thing, but see, like, I have a variety channel, so I have a channel that has a whole lot on it. Like my NBA playlist has tons of views. Like I got different stuff that people like to watch. So I'm in different communities, and a whole bunch of people watch me for different things. And my shorts are killing right. My shorts are killing right now. So
nobody.
Yes, sir.
No, but I don't give a shit if you like Robert. You don't like Robert. Blah, 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 blah. Let's have a party on hate. Dude, he just spoke bars right there. He does a lot of different shit. How many other people are doing this multitasking? They're at anybody multi-apping is Robert Reese. He's multi-apping like a motherfucker.
Oh, big announcement too. Big announcement for you guys. I'm doing I'm gonna say it now. Eli's gonna be on tomorrow on Hot Facts. For those of you who know, we had a 13 episode thing. He went nuts. We broke up, I guess, because he didn't like certain things. Tomorrow is going to be anything goes. I'm going to be moderating, but we all know that part of what I was doing on why it's going to be on my channel and all the other stuff is I got some things I want to say to the dude. I understand. I understand
You stole from Dennis? You stole from Dennis.
I understand the code. And I have the key like GLM to be able to give Eli a piece of your mind. He'll go ahead and give you a wrench and let you go on over there, and he'll feel comfortable with coming over. But he already has 13 episodes in with me, so he's already comfortable. He already knows what my rules are. He let the people know that anything goes. I'm just going to be moderating. So I'm going to give you guys a rundown on tomorrow and I'm going to give you how the show is going to run. It's going to start off with me going and addressing Eli about all the stuff, and then us being there where it is going to be tomorrow. So it's going to start off with me, Hot Facts. Then I'm going to go over the Amazing Hustler collaboration. And I thought he won, actually. I'm going to see how he felt about that. Then we're going to go ahead and get into what he wants to do. He wants Planet Mondo, who people are like, why would Planet Mondo, why would Planet Mondo go on Reese's? He already did. And for those of you who want to know, the first time he went on, I have top topics and on what we're doing. If you try to go off on what we're doing, then you're getting kicked off. So people were upset because I was kicking people off for not staying on topic of the show. I'll keep doing that over and over again. And then guess what? Planet Mondo came. Give me one.
I had to do that at least 3 times in the last hour or so.
Yeah, I'll be right back too.
Yeah, you gotta kill Cam. You gotta kill him.
All right, so Planet Mondo came right back on, and he came on a couple more times. So Eli knows that I know how to moderate. So it's going in there. So if he does click the link, he does. If he don't, he don't. The Legion is able to click the link, and if he wants to, he's gonna click the link. If not, I'm gonna be the one going over all this stuff with Eli. So while everything is on the table and he says anything goes, I have topics and I have rules. In the topics that we are going to be going over, cyberbullying. Okay. So if Legion is up there or whoever is up there and they want to go ahead and talk about cyberbullying, I'm gonna give them a question to ask him. He has to answer. Okay. He has to answer, and then Eli has to ask one back. They'll get 90 seconds apiece on that. Then I'm gonna ask a question that they both have to answer from the opposite views of each other. Okay, that's what's gonna happen. Then we're gonna go ahead and get in, and it's gonna go anything cyberbullying, anything goes. You can say whatever you want. Then we're gonna go ahead and get into the members only theft on how he feels all this other stuff and them doing all that. That's no holds barred right there. That topic there. The next topic. Wait, I'm not done. The next topic of Eli that we're going to be doing is life coaching. Okay. I already have a question that they both got to answer, but then they both are going to go ahead and ask the question, and it's no hold barred. Eli said he wants to see who's got the most wits. You guys can talk trash and do whatever you want. Then we're going to go ahead and get into this. Pissy grown men, real talk with Roy. So how he calls that to Roy and says that to Roy. If Roy wants to click the link while Eli is there, he's going to be able to. If not, Eli is going to have the floor to talk about pissy grown men with whoever is up there, and whoever don't click the link, they won't be able to talk because he says anything goes. This is the only opportunity some of you guys will get, and only 2 people will not get a chance. Only 2, and they know who they are. I'll completely erase them from my history. The next topic that's going to be on, Don is going to be a topic. So whatever people want to say about Don and Eli going back and forth in this, we're going to talk about Don and then go ahead and do all that. Then the very last topic is going to be, are super chats good or bad? These are all the topics that Eli is going to have to go over, and you guys can ask him whatever you want, and he's going to be in there to face the fire. This will be seen on, I'm going to be putting it on the Hot Seat podcast, the Interview podcast, and the Hot Facts with Robert Reese podcast. It's going on all 3 podcasts because it's all 3 in 1. There you go, people. It's going to be fireworks. So, yes, sir.
So, did I misunderstand or did I not hear? Can somebody click on a link and go on the panel?
Yes. Now, here's yes.
Nice.
Yes, you can click on the link. You can click on the link and go on the panel. The first 2 people Eli wants, he says he wants Planet Mondo. Okay, he says he wants Planet Mondo and he wants the Legion. If the Legion does not click on, then they're not going to get a chance. He also told Roy, if you want to appear on Hot Facts with Robert Reese, another time, but pissy grown men, Roy might want to click on that tomorrow. Pissy grown men, because Eli gonna have a mouthful, and he's gonna be in a place where there is a link. So can't nobody say, "Oh, you're running and you're scared." Click a link. The link is gonna be on, and pissy grown men is the topic right there. And in parentheses, it says "Real Talk with Roy" because that's who Eli was talking about. Okay, and I'm gonna put it up for you right there so you guys can see it. It is right here, pissy grown men. There it is, and because he says that about Roy, so this will go ahead and. People can't say, well, you ain't clicking the link. We all know it's going down like that. Those 2 people first. If they don't want to do it, they're not on. If Roy don't want to do it, Roy ain't on. Anybody else can go ahead and click the link. And also, you guys know how it works with my chats. All the comments go in. I don't hide none. I don't do any of that. All the super chat questions that do go in will be read. I'm not doing what Dennis did. Eli said anything goes, so anything goes. Every single super chat will be read, and every single question that's a super chat will be read, and it has to be answered as long as it's a legitimate question. If there is no answering from the question, Hot Facts himself is going to go ahead and get in somebody's ass.
All right, check this out. I'm seeing a small issue with Roy on this because Roy was the only person I've ever heard ever say the same thing over and over again and denying it. He just said it again, I think today or yesterday in his live. He's talking about Eli. He's like, why y'all keep on talking about Eli? Why does everybody keep on? I'm like, dude, you're talking about Eli. You just fucking did. You literally just did that. He's like the only one that can't admit it. If anybody is carrying the torch, it's all of us. He's in that circle. And the bitch always says,
well, I'll tell you this.
No,
I'll
No,
tell you this.
Flex.
I
know
don't
you
make
like this.
Eli. I don't
wasn't
make
done.
Eli videos. I don't
wasn't
make
done.
Eli videos. I am used as a neutral place
I
for
know that, but check
battleground.
this.
That's
But
what I'm
check
used
this.
for.
You know what Flex did? I know this is controversial because you don't Flex, but listen to what I'm saying.
Oh,
You know what Flex
no,
does?
he's
He
erased from
says,
my history.
no, hold on. I know that, but listen, I'd say the same thing to him if I was talking to him. Flex did say, when somebody comes up on his chat or whatnot, I don't want to listen to it. He'll say it in his life. I don't want to hear it. He'll say, hey, Flex, you've been a pussy. He's like, no, don't talk about that here. And he doesn't let it happen. Roy says he doesn't like it, but yet he talks about it all day. I'm like, dude. And these are co-conspirators.
Look, I'm not getting into the whole Eli. Look. I'm not getting into the whole Eli talk. I'm just announcing what the show tomorrow is going to be on those 3 podcasts because this is the gig show. I just know that some of these people know who Eli is in the gig world, and I'm just letting them know what the show is going to be tomorrow. And just tune on in. Save all the Eli stuff for tomorrow. You guys can let loose tomorrow because anything goes, no holds barred. You guys can go ahead, let them have it in, and I'm moderating.
You knew I was going to derail, Bert. My bad. I derailed.
No, yeah. No, I know you want to go in on that. I know you want to go in on that. That's the last thing I want to say, man. We about to get out of here. We about to get out of here now, people. Go gig and thank you for tuning in, Torp. Thank you for coming in. We gonna do the Eli tomorrow, people. Go watch the beginning of this show. Get your gig stuff on and pay attention to Hot Facts. We out of here, people. Thanks, Torp. We out.
All right.
Good to meet you, Go Gig It.
Hey, you too, Torb. Have a good night, y'all.